Nowadays, close attention has been focused on humanitarian and charitable organizations, since they are a source of unaccounted money, which becomes a good prerequisite for abuse. Among the most frequent abuses are conscious cooperation with criminal organizations and aggressor countries, partial refusal to perform direct duties, failure to provide information, as well as financial spiffing and corruption. The International Committee of the Red Cross is a well-known humanitarian organization with more than a century of history, the main task of which is to provide humanitarian assistance to victims of military conflicts. But its activities are not without scandals, which we will talk about in this video. Conscious cooperation with criminal organizations and aggressor countries. The activities of the Red Cross during World War II are the subject of a documentary by Christine Root entitled Das Rote Kreuz im Dritten Reich, vom Versagen der Hilfe, 2007. The Red Cross and the Third Reich. On the failure of help. The documentary provides proof of the cooperation of the Red Cross with Nazi Germany. In particular, International Committee of the Red Cross was the first to learn about the Nazi plan of the complete extermination of Jews, but for a long time concealed this information. So, in a report on a visit to the Dachau concentration camp in August 1938, a favorable impression of the camp was noted. In 1944, the so-called exemplary Theresienstadt concentration camp was visited by a delegate of the International Committee of the Red Cross, a Swiss Dr. Maurice Roussel, who reported in writing about the almost normal stay of Jews in it, and this fully corresponded to the goals of the Nazis to hide crimes against Jews. The same Maurice Roussel visited the Auschwitz concentration camp in September 1944 and did not ask a single question about gas chambers and massacres there. Already after the end of World War II, the International Red Cross and Red Crescent movement was criticized for issuing passports of displaced persons to Nazi criminals and unwillingness to publish documents related to these facts. Perhaps that is why Christine Root's documentary, The Red Cross and the Third Reich, on the Failure of Help, 2007, is not available now for viewing in the public domain. Nowadays the Red Cross, with the use of unlimited budget and an army of bots, does everything to ensure that information that is unfavorable to it becomes inaccessible for those who want to form an objective picture of what happened. Partial refusal to perform direct functions. In addition to cooperation with aggressor countries, there have also been cases of the Red Cross partial refusal to perform its direct functions. For example, in 2017 on the organization's official website it was announced that the International Committee of the Red Cross had sharply reduced its activities in Afghanistan after a series of attacks on the organization's employees, which led to a wave of criticism against it. Failure to provide information. In addition to giving help to victims of military conflicts, the International Committee of the Red Cross, as a humanitarian organization, is obliged to report every year for the funds spent. But on the Red Cross website the last report is dated 2018, that is, at the moment the organization has not published financial statements for the last 3 years at once. No other information is provided either. The Red Cross representatives were killed in Chechnya in 1996. According to official data, 6 employees were shot by Chechen insurgents. But later, in 2010, the British The Times newspaper published an article based on a conversation with Major Alexei Potemkin, a former Federal Security Service officer, in which he said that employees of the International Committee of the Red Cross were shot by Russian special services underway in operation during the First Chechen War. The Red Cross did not react to this statement in any way and simply forgot about this incident in order to continue to stand by Russia. Financial fraud and corruption. The Red Cross did not avoid corruption and financial fraud. In 2006 the organization got into a scandal because its employees violated the safety rules for donated blood collection, and they also sold blood plasma, which volunteers previously had donated for free. Thus, Red Cross employees took advantage of their official position for financial gain. In 2011 the Red Cross gathered $500 million donations for the victims of the earthquake in Haiti, but at the same time built only 6 houses, claiming to have 130,000 inhabitants. It is unknown who appropriated the rest of the money. On April 3, 2016 the German daily Süddeutsche Zeitung and members of the International Consortium of Investigative Journalists, ICIJ, published 2.6 terabytes of data belonging to the Mossack Fonseca law firm from Panama. The Panama Papers expose numerous offshore schemes. According to these documents, 2 legal entities whose beneficiaries turned out to be the International Committee of the Red Cross were registered previously by the Mossack Fonseca. Moreover, in 2017 the Red Cross confirmed that more than $5 million in humanitarian aid that had been raised to fight the Ebola epidemic in West Africa had gone missing due to corruption and fraud. All presented evidences are the real facts. Malversation in the structures of the International Committee of the Red Cross have not stopped and continue to occur. We will inform you about other new violations.